I am Manohar Gurnani. Uh, I have served for 32 years in the army, and I spent almost 15 years thereafter. And my age is 69. See, the role of any person in the army is dependent on the corps that one joins. I joined Corps of Engineers. So, Engineering Corps has a very unique and distinction of providing both combat and engineering support to the forces in war and peace both. We were posted in Northeast, and there are insurgents and terrorist groups working. And on 31st December, they blew up the railway track main line and a bridge. So both rail line and national highway were disrupted, cutting off the complete Northeast. So obviously the army was called in to restore the line communication. So, I picked up whomsoever was there and first ensured that when we are going out, our unit is safe. And then with handful of about 50, 20 people, we moved. We were asked to move at night and go be there as early as possible. But I had a lot of experience, almost 19 years in Northeast. I decided if you go by laid down schedule, these people somehow they come to know, and therefore they will lay ambush and you will not reach your task site. I changed my timing. And I did not let anybody know, but I went to each soldier of mine and told him in his ears, at this time we are moving. I did not announce. I went to each one at this time. And this is what you will do. Order one that you will not shoot and kill. I said from wherever the bullet comes, you will not let that man go. Change the order. Luckily, nothing happened. I moved and ensured that when I reached there, it is slightly early in the morning. You can imagine on 31st December in winter, so much of cold. You can't see 100 yards. So much of mist and this thing was there. In that poor visibility, how can you do the task? When I went there, I saw the bridge gone and we had no equipment. I was told that the collector will give you the resources. I went to the collector's office, walked down and they say, then he said, sorry, I thought that army will come, bring everything. I don't have anything. And that is where, the fate comes. Then I looked around and that 7th sense prevailed. As you in mountains, as you go down, the spread of the river increases, but the velocity decreases. The depth of water decreases. So instead of doing anything to the bridge, I went down the stream and decided to launch a Hanuman Setu causeway. And that idea stuck, but I had only 20 people. Now we have to safeguard ourselves. We do not know who is the terrorist here. Thousands of trucks were lined up on the road, both sides. I started motivating them. You will remain here if you sit in your truck. You come, help me so that we can do it. Whatever I'm going to tell you, you kindly do that. And I assure you, in few hours, I'll ensure that you people move out from here. They all listened to me because the God was there. There was a commitment that we will do. And we started doing that. And there are a lot of plantation trees are there, banana trees. So we cut those trees, use them in between layers and put the same sand from the riverbed, from the same sand we started making the heap. And then move smaller vehicle, it used to go down, then put another one, then it used to go down. And finally, after some time, the sand gives a swell factor and compaction with little moisture. And that we could ensure, and the complete access was through. I was given 48 hours time. In 12 hours, we made the access through. Now, if you say it was a bridge, no. It was any kind of engineering, no. But it was Hanuman Setu. What I was tasked, that induct a brigade. I was not only able to induct the brigade, I was able to clear the complete traffic. That is where I say innovation and that comes with commitment. That comes with commitment. So I still remember with a lot of pride that thing. After doing my MTech, my first posting was to a very high-tech strategic defense project. I went there as a designer and in the very initial stages, I was asked to inspect. I was in Mumbai and the project was down south. I flew there, went and saw, and to my knowledge, I felt that it is not okay. The test results are not coming within the design parameters. So I rejected the project. I was a very young captain. I rejected. Now, once I rejected, obviously, the project will get delayed. And such strategic defense project, even a minute delay is very, very serious. So obviously, there was tremendous pressure from everyone for me to review, because they said, yeah, the design has come from US and all those top people, how can you reject that? I said, I do not know. But what I know is that it is not meeting the requirement, and therefore I will not let it go. Otherwise, the tower will collapse. And we will be behind. We became the fourth country in the world to have that system thereafter. So it became, a lot of pressure was there. I was young, married. It went to an extent that take administrative action against the officer. So I told my wife, she said, nothing, you don't worry. If you think that this is what it is, you continue with that, and we will face whatever the department decides. But you stick to it. I stuck to that, and to my good luck, Dr. Abdul Kalam was the director of that project. He visited the site. He asked, yes, young man, what is the problem? I said, sir, there is no problem. The problem is this, that you are not getting the result. And therefore, I am not allowing. He said, yes, you should not allow if you are not getting the result. So he asked them. He said, no, it can happen. They said, no, we have given all these tests. It is okay. But he is still not sharing. When I say, test, it is okay. But practically, when I am applying, it is not giving that reading. He said, okay, we will review. It took 22 days. All over India, we went with 7 top consultants of the world. And finally, those consultants declared that item as failure, approved my noting this, and that gave me tremendous confidence thereafter. This is what it is. If you have strong conviction and, then you should not compromise. And when it comes to and I knew that it is going to impact national security for a longer period, so I did not. And the risk was that, yes, probably I may lose my job, which was very dear to me. But on one side this, another it was this. I kept on telling people, I'm a young chap, I have just done MTech, I don't know. Let somebody else come and overrule me. But nobody was overruling. They wanted me to clear. You have rejected, you clear. But I didn't do so. And I think thereafter I realized, and he became my mentor kind of thing. And I decided that one day I should also become somebody like him. And God was very kind. When he became president, I was a director in Delhi. So, you follow the right path, you will always get it. See, all these events have, in fact, emboldened my commitment to work and to stand by what I feel is right and what is good for the country, irrespective of whatever consequences may take place thereafter. It remained like that during my entire service and even till now. I will give this credit to my unit, my regiment in Army. Right from subaltern days to till you command, it is a basic unit of Army is a unit, a regiment. So my regiment has been biggest support and motivator, because that is where you imbibe all the ethos of Army. You join Army, it is all right. But actually you become Army man and a soldier, and a good soldier in the unit. So whatever today I am, it is my unit. It is my regiment. So I would, because officers will come and go on posting. 1 year, 2 years. You go, he completes his tenure after 6 months, he moves. By the time somebody else comes, your tenure is over, you move. But you keep moving and coming in and going out. But unit remains the same. So the ethos and grooming of the unit, the support of the unit, that remains with you throughout. During the service, I went for service. So I would give this credit to my unit, my regiment, as the biggest supporter and motivator for me, whatever I'm doing. Slogan of our unit is Chak De Yara. 111. 111 means 111 is my unit. So our battle cry is Chak De Yara 111. Salute my unit. Just a second. This is 111. Chak De. This is. So it starts and it is never ending. This is my unit, it leaves you, and this is how you can motivate your people wherever. Bhagya Veer Spashta. You be brave, God will always be with you. You take away fear from your life for anything, you will always succeed. And when we say Chak De Yara, 111, means with all your might. With all your might, do whatever it is there. Give in your best. And you would also agree that if you give in your best, the result will always be the best. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.